Hi there, everybody. So let's say the question is, all right, lay it on me, Mr. Shah. What's the best way to be organized? What's the secret? What's the key? Well, here's what I would say. Number one, get a planner because you have to think in general terms of your time management, your task management as well. A planner, whether it's electronic or physical, will allow you to break down the task into its various components. I may be talking about the writing process, for example. And you're all familiar with the writing process. Anyone can look that up online. You don't need a person like me to tell you that. Here's what you may not know. Now, I've gotten papers that were published in books. I've written stories. I've published for radio. My research paper on Hamlet was nominated for the best paper at Cal State University. That's out of all the students at that university. Now, here's what I found out. The organization for a particular piece of writing cannot be very easily predicted. Now, some of you mothers may understand this. Your firstborn child is a certain way, right? They have a certain personality about them. Your middleborn child, your youngest, they're all different. You can't predict what they're going to be like. And that's the way a paper is. So, what I suggest is let's go back to the original tip I gave you. Get a planner. Here's the thing, start that process the day the assignment is assigned, given by the teacher. That way, you can employ a range of pre-writing strategies, whether they're brainstorming with clusters, with bubbles, with a matrix, with an outline, with free writing. I mean, there are so many different kinds that I've been trained in and have worked for me. And you know what I found out? The writing assignment, you have to spill out the ideas out there, get them out there. Only then can you actually see what's good and what needs to be discarded. And most of it will need to be discarded. Okay, so I'm not into, okay, get an outline, Roman numeral 1, have your thesis above that, have main ideas that support the thesis, have elaborations with details and proper citations. That's all important. But our kids have been taught that, so why aren't they getting it? That's because somebody needs to teach them the mindset, the approach to this. And when they do that, when they incorporate analytical writing with explanations, informative writing, take a stand type of writing, and also expressive and reflective writing, these different discourses, and they get good at them, and they can mix and match them so that when they write a persuasive paper, they're incorporating a little bit of narrative writing into it. See what I'm saying here is each paper has its own science behind it, its own personality, its own DNA, its own fingerprint. And the way to approach that paper to make it not only the best paper, but a memorable paper for your instructors. Of course, we're talking about high grades. Of course, we're talking about scholarships. Of course, we're talking about the confidence to know that you're going to succeed in a freshman composition class, which many kids are nervous about. But the key to all that is, again, being able to listen to what that paper's trying to tell you. And then you go with it. You follow that paper. Now, that may sound strange, like, I don't get it. What do you mean a paper? I follow a paper. Well, you follow the ideas that are in the paper. How do you get those ideas into the paper to begin with if you're stuck on outlines and you're constricted to a formulaic way of writing where it squeezes out your original thoughts and your creativity? Is you have to put a lot of pre-writing in. You have to do a lot of writing to begin with. And I teach all these techniques. I've gotten people published, and I've gotten students basically overcoming their struggles. All right. So if you want more information about that, The link is in the bio or in the description of this video, depending on where you are viewing it. And I have a tutoring practice. I can also post videos for you and not charge, because basically I have a Facebook group page where I interact with people and I just try to help people out. I don't ask for money, anything else like that. I just try to help and provide resources. So anyway, great to talk with you guys, or talk at you. But hopefully this is a conversation that speaks to you and will set what I'm trying to do apart, as it's not a kind of tutoring that you can find anywhere else, and you won't really find this in classroom, although I'm a full-time teacher as well. It's really a hybrid of these things, and I'm not just a teacher, I'm a doer. I'm published, and I love expressing myself in the word, the written word, the performed word, and etc. So you can tell I'm very passionate about that, and that enthusiasm, that excitement is what students will feel. It's why they respond, because they know I care, and they say, Mr. Shah is happy all the time when he's teaching. So, all right, see you in the by and by.